Hey everyone, welcome back to Discovering Now with Kevin. I'm Kevin. Well, hey, if you watched my last reaction video, I was learning a bit about New Zealand and more on that to come because I was absolutely fascinated by that video and what I've learned. And I've had suggestions coming at me to learn more, so that will be coming. In the meantime, we are getting ready here in Canada for what is probably, I'm going to say, the most important day of the year. It is Remembrance Day, November the 11th. It is a day when we remember all who have uh, sacrificed so much, whether it's family, time, or even lives, to ensure freedom reigns. And this includes all of the wars in the past, of course, most notably World War I, World War II, but all of them. And we're getting near that stage now. And in my honest, personal, humble opinion, I can't think of a better day of the year than Remembrance Day because I have so much respect for our veterans, for everything they've done so that I can live freely. My kids can grow up living freely. And for that, I thank you, all of the veterans who have fought to bring peace and freedom to this world. Not just Canadian veterans, by the way. I'm talking about anyone who fought alongside the Allied forces and alongside peace and freedom. That includes most of you who are watching right now from Australia. That includes your veterans as well. So I couldn't think of a better video to react to. After hearing about this and after being told a bit about this, I couldn't think of a better video to react to than the song I Was Only 19 by Redgum. And I still haven't listened to it. I'm excited for this today. But I had somebody in the Discord tell me, by the way, if you're not in the Discord, check it out. But somebody in the Discord told me a bit about it and told me how, it does have this element of, I think it was the Vietnam War. And, at the time, he was giving me some context. Of course, we had this era, I think, that existed in most of the free world during the time of the Vietnam War. And that was that, a lot of people were just anti-war and they blamed the soldiers as much as they blamed anyone for it. And soldiers didn't come back to a warm welcome. Things like that happened. And I want to say this right quick before I do go forward. I don't care what the war is. Okay. Soldiers don't dictate when wars start. Politicians do, and don't forget that. Don't get mad at our soldiers, no matter what. They're doing what they have to do for peace, for freedom, for you. So I just want to get that off my chest now. Never, ever, ever blame the soldiers for wars. Blame the politicians. Sorry, politicians. Throwing you under the bus, but it's true. Anyways, we're going to react to this. But before I didn't want to just listen to the song and not understand it better. So I want to thank those of you in the Discord and those of you in the comments who have suggested this song, who have given me some information on it. But I wanted to go and check out Wikipedia to find out a bit about the song beforehand. And I haven't even looked at this yet. I just know that there's an article there. I have it up ready to look at. And I wanted to do that with you together. So let's take a look at the Wikipedia article, I Was Only 19. It says, I Was Only 19, also known as Only 19, or A Walk in the Light Green, is a song by Australian folk group Redgum. The song was released on March 1983 as a single, which hit number 1 on the National Kent Music Report singles chart for 2 weeks. Wow, number 1. It was also recorded for Redgum's live album, Caught in the Act, by Epic Records, released in June, which stayed in the top 40 of the Kent Music Report's album chart for 4 months. Wow, this was a big song. Royalties for the song go to the... Really? Royalties for the song go to the Vietnam Veterans Association of Australia. It is the Australian Performing Rights Association's top 30 Australian songs of all time. I Was Only 19 became the most widely recognized song by the band. And I don't think that was actually the top 30 list that I reacted to a little while ago. You can check that video out and let me know what you thought about that. But yeah, I don't think this was on that list. Wow. Okay. By the way, I'm revisiting that top 30 songs thing because a lot of you weren't huge fans of the choices that the young person chose for that video. So yeah, we'll be revisiting that based on your comments, based on the Discord. The song is a first-person account of a typical Australian soldier's experience in the Vietnam War, from training at a military academy in Australia to first-hand exposure to military operations and combat, and ultimately his return home, disillusioned and suffering from both PTSD and, it is implied, harmful effects of Agent Orange, chemical herbicide, and defoliant. Oh, wow. One of the tactical use rainbow herbicides. I never even knew about this one. Used by the U.S. military as part of its herbicidal warfare program. Wow. Okay. Redgum's lead vocalist and guitarist John Schumann wrote the song based on experiences he heard from veterans, particularly Mick Storm, his brother-in-law, and Frankie Hunt. The mine experiences in the story pertain to an incident during Operation Mundingbura on the 21st of July, 1969, of which Storm experienced. Wow. Schumann has said that the power derives from the detail provided by my mate and brother-in-law, Mick Storm, who was brave and trusting enough to share his story with me. Wow. Okay. I can already tell you this is going to be a tough one for me to get through. For the live version, Schumann explained that the title, A Walk in the Green Light, as referring to operational patrols in areas marked light green on topographical maps, where dark green indicated thick jungle, plenty of cover, and few landmines, and light green indicated thinly wooded areas, little cover, and high likelihood of landmines. Oh, wow. I've seen videos on the Vietnam War. Terrifying. In January 2018, as part of the Triple M's Ozist 100 Most Australian Songs of All Time, I Was Only 19 was ranked number 20. Wow. Okay. I'm not going to keep reading this. I think I got a context. I understand a bit. And I'm worried that this might give away too much of the song. I think I know where the context of it is, what's kind of happening there. But lyric glossary, I might need a bit of understanding a bit better. Maybe we'll see. Anzac, I think I remember that. That's Australian, New Zealand. Yeah, soldiers who fought in world wars, originally the Australian New Zealand Army Corps Anzac. Okay. Canungra, the Jungle Warfare. Okay, in Queensland. Channel 7, Australian Television News Network. Okay, and I've watched Channel 7. Just saying. Chinook Military Helicopter. Okay. Let's see. Dust Off, Greens, Grand Hotel. Okay. Light green we just learned about. Nui Dat in Vietnam. What's this? Pakapano? Former Army enlisted soldier recruit training center in Victoria. Okay. Shoalwater military exercise area in Queensland. 6th Battalion. Okay. Slouch hat, paradise headdress. For the Australian. Okay, upright headdress, sorry. Okay. SLR rifle. Tinnies, can of beer. Townsville, city in Queensland. Okay. VB is Victoria Bitter. It's a beer. Cool. Okay. And Vung Tau, coastal city. Okay. That helps me out as well, because that, of course, puts not only a bit more context into it, but helps me understand some of the words that I might likely see, or most likely I will be seeing in this video. So without further ado, let's watch and react to Redgum's I Was Only 19. I got the video with lyrics, so it'll help me, I hope. Here we go.
Mum and Dad Dad and Denny saw the passing out parade at Puckapunyal. It was a long march from cadets. The 6th Battalion was the next to turn. It was me who drew the card. We did Canungra, Shoalwater before we left. And Townsville lined the footpaths as we marched down to the quay. This clipping from the paper shows us young and strong and clean. And there's me in me slouch hat with me SLR and greens. God help me, I was only 19.
I mean, that's obviously the title tells you that, the young person in this story was only 19, but just a thought for a second. 19. I have an 18-year-old son and a 21-year-old son, and they're still my boys. 19 for me seems long ago, even though I don't like to admit it. 19 was 20 years ago for me. But yeah, I was 18 when my first son was born. Let's go back to the song.
From Bungtow riding Chinooks to the dust at Newey Dat, I'd been in and out of choppers now for months. And we made our tents a home, VB and pin-ups on the lockers, and an Asian orange sunset through the scrub. And can you tell me, doctor, why I still can't get to sleep? And night time's just a jungle dark and a barking M16. And what's this rash that comes and goes? Can you tell me what it means?
That must be the chemical, biological part. Just want to pause for a quick second because I have a good friend of mine who still suffers PTSD terribly when he came back from serving. And I've had these conversations with him and heard his stories. If you know a vet, just give him a big hug, please.
God help me, I was only 19.
It's still the hardest part.
A 4-week operation, when each step could mean your last one on 2 legs. It was a war within yourself, but you wouldn't let your mates down till they had you dusted off. So you closed your eyes and thought about something else. And then someone yelled out, "Contact!" and the bloke behind me swore. We hooked in there for hours, then a God almighty roar. And Frankie kicked a mine the day that mankind kicked the moon.
Wow. Yeah. That was happening at the same time, wasn't it? Wow.
God help me. He was going home in June.
Wow.
I can still see Frankie drinking tinnies in the Grand Hotel on a 36-hour rec leave in Bungtow. And I can still hear Frankie lying screaming in the jungle till the morphine came and killed the bloody row. And the Anzac legends didn't mention mud and blood and tears. And the stories that my father told me never seemed quite real. I caught some pieces in my back that I didn't even feel. God help me, I was only 19. And can you tell me, doctor, why I still can't get to sleep? And why the Channel 7 chopper chills me to my feet? And what's this rash that comes and goes? Can you tell me what it means? God help me, I was only 19.
y'all do this stuff to me, you know. You give me things like this to react to. The things that are emotional. I mean, Steve Irwin tribute. Now this. Oh, see, I've never served. I've never. I'm not. I would never ever um, say that I did or take any kind of whatever. No, I've never served ever. The closest I came was teaching survival instructor course on Air Force Base. That was it. But I have so much respect for those who serve. In fact, I'm wearing a poppy right now, which at least in Canada, and I'm not sure if this is global. Let me know in the comments down below. But at least in Canada, this is a symbol of I guess hope and remembrance of those who have gone before us. Of course, we know the poem in Flanders Fields where poppies grow between the crosses, row on row. No, that poem. I still remember that poem from beginning to end, and I haven't really recited it since. Well, not much as an adult. Yeah, it's one of those poems that just really have an impact in your life. But this song, hearing this song and putting myself in that scene, like just listening to and reading. I'm glad I got the one with the lyrics, by the way, because it helped me see this better. And I'm glad I understood some of those words beforehand. But it really paints the picture of what it would have been like. And then the hook, I was only 19. I mean, again, my boys, 18 and 21. And, oh, wow. And I remember being 19. You know, when you're 19, you think you're a full-fledged adult. You're on top of the world. You're, you know, but you're not. You got a lot left to learn and a lot of growing to do. To have to go through that at 19 completely changes the rest of your life forever. I can relate in some ways to this song. In fact, with hearing the chopper and how hearing the Channel 7 chopper, the news chopper flying over gives them flashbacks. I can relate in a way to things that have happened in my life that were traumatic. And then certain things kind of bring that back up for me. And I can relate in a way to that. I'm not comparing what happened to me to this. No, not even close. So I can only imagine how much harder it must be for those who have gone through this, who have done this. I want to say thank you to all of our veterans. I want to say thank you to our Canadian veterans, our American veterans, our British veterans, and to you, our Australian veterans. Thank you, and everyone else who fought alongside the Allied forces over the years and fought alongside our allies over the years to help bring peace and freedom to this world. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. And thank you for recommending this song to me. November 11th is Remembrance Day in Canada. I'm not sure. I think it's celebrated in the US as well, but I don't think it's called Remembrance Day. There's another name for it. I'm not sure if you celebrate this in Australia or not on November the 11th. Let me know about that in the comments as well. On Canada Day here in Newfoundland, we also celebrate Beaumont Hamel Day. It's we celebrate the morning before we go and do our Canada Day celebrations. We remember those Newfoundland Regiment soldiers who died on Beaumont Hamel during one. It's a big day for us in Newfoundland as well. It's a very important day. Never miss it, ever. Yeah, so that's it. I guess I'm done for the day. If you haven't already, please consider liking this video, subscribing to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any future my videos. And while you're at it, why not just change the notifications from, whatever the default is to all, so you don't miss any of my videos. We really appreciate that if you drop in and leave some comments. Don't forget to check out the Discord as well. It's a great place to be. It's a great place to talk to me and the rest of us that are in the Discord and share stories and ideas and suggestions for videos that you want me to watch and react to. I love learning about Australia. I love learning about the people. I want to keep this going. I want you to keep sending this stuff to me. I will be reacting to more New Zealand stuff as well. And I know cricket's starting up soon. So I'm going to be reacting to, I'm going to be learning about cricket. I know almost nothing about cricket, by the way. I mean it. I tried. I even tried getting I bought a video game on my Xbox a couple of years ago, a cricket game, in the hopes that I could learn cricket while playing the game. I couldn't get past the tutorial. It was just so complicated for me to fully understand. Hopefully the video that was suggested to me that I have on a playlist ready to go will help me understand that. So stay tuned for that as well. In the meantime, don't also forget about my free virtual tours. It's worldvirtualtours.online/Kevin, worldvirtualtours.online/Kevin. And they are free. And at the time of recording this, I'm 5 days out from my next one. So October 31st, which is October 31st, which is Halloween, I'm going to be doing a webinar, not really a tour, but a webinar on fall and the history of Halloween in Newfoundland and Labrador. Now, I'll be doing that at around 5:30 my time, which is extremely early for any of you Aussies who are up at around that time. So look at 5:30 Newfoundland time or 4 p.m. Eastern time here in North America. Find out what time that is in your region. If you're up, hey, drop in and check that out. It is absolutely free. Other than that, folks, thank you again for watching, and keep those suggestions coming. I look forward to learning more. Until next video, guys. Bye for now. Hey, you enjoyed that video? Well, if you did, check out this one down below. It was a lot of fun to make. I think you'll enjoy that one as well. And if you really enjoy the videos on my channel, be sure to hit that little icon over there. That allows you to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. And hey, join us over on the Discord. It's a lot of fun over there as well.